Well, ladies and gents, we have arrived this year at the Reptile Expo here in McQueeney. I almost said San Antonio for a minute. I love coming here any time of the year I can, whenever my schedule allows it to. In any case, we are here to do a little reconnaissance for next year. But let's see what we got, guys. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of new things that I have not heard of yet, so let's get started. This looks really yummy, especially if you're a leopard gecko. Ooh, what's this? I don't reckon I've seen that before. But this makes so much more sense. And be very beneficial for the beta that I have right now, which I still have not named yet. But ladies and germs, reptiles and amphibians are not the only thing that is going on here. Candles, candle holders, especially if you're Baby Yoda. Very neat. As well as art. And some really cool trinkets. Something I never really thought I'd see before. But all the same, really, really cute. All you hoggy lovers, prepare to be astounded. I know maybe a few friends that would love these, especially those of various morphs. Something really, really awesome. At somewhat affordable prices, depending on the morph or the individual itself. Nice. And of course, no expo would not be complete without beardies galore. Especially these juvies and these itty bitty juvies. Wow. So many varieties and all sorts of paint jobs. Which is right for you? Different projects, different tastes. It's up to the person, I guess. And with keeping various pets comes various ways to keep them. These PVC enclosures are starting to become really popular, and for good reason. They're stackable, lightweight, and they hold in a good amount of heat and humidity. At least it's my opinion. Could these go bioactive? I'm pretty sure they could. I'm really invested into this. But hold that for another video. As mentioned earlier, there are amphibians. And starter things, such as springtails and isopods, for all you bioactive nerds, such as myself. Here's one display example, guys, of what you could do if you were ever in a situation where someone just dumps a dart frog in a cardboard box on your front porch. You can get really creative. This is as naturalistic as it gets. Or from the bottom. This isn't even dirt. It's actually that foam filter stuff you see at like swimming pools and whatnot. Can't think of the name, but nice. Now, unless you own a magnolia tree, you can always purchase these leaves and these little seed pods too. And depending on where you are living at, anything does go, including these givens and vipers and various rattlesnakes. Hence, taped in red. Now where I'm at, I could never own one of those. Maybe outside of the city, that could be a different story. But don't tell anyone. At least not yet. And speaking of bioactive, plants are going to be used to help keep the terrarium looking naturalistic and provide an extra boost of humidity. Oh, look at that. Smile, buddy. I appreciate it though. So what is it y'all are selling? So what is it y'all are doing here?
We sell terrarium plants, house plants, geckos, some dark, some isopods.
And all of this is basically for bioactive enclosures?
Yeah. Some are just houseplants, throw them in your house, and they're great too.
Well, I have a 36 by 36 by 18 though, one of those larger exoterras with two or one pair of false chameleons. What would you recommend as far as like, yes?
Oh, so they like high humidity, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, any of these.
Any of these?
Any of these. These get really, really big, but I mean, you could put this. I mean, all of these love high humidity, so they would do wonderful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what species is this?
Lobesia pink.
There we go.
It turns into a mini tree, so just give it. I mean, give it space.
Well, I do have a money tree actually in the middle though, so I figured it's like I needed something large right now though, and of course I would need like a lot of hiding places for that.
Those leaves get massive though, so that blocks a lot of light underneath is the only downfall. So these other ones are more of like nimbler and kind of fit in crevices, not block as much light to the foreground.
I do have a large bromelia though, but I have that like station chopped off in thing is stationed in one of those cholla woods to kind of hold water though, and of course I got a bunch of pothos though. But I'm trying to variety is king, and the more plants the better.
Absolutely.
Especially if you want to keep those spikes up, and with winter coming, I want to. Maybe, this seems like a good idea. This is actually what saved my...
the saran wrap.
Yeah, this is what saved... Yeah,
acrylic too, but the acrylic will kind of start bending after a while.
Really?
With the light, I guess the heat of the light.
It's funny because this is actually what saved my giant day geckos from that storm, that one storm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But that's really awesome though. Like I may come back here for this, so at least for that.
Yeah, let me know.
Thank you very much. But guys, in addition to vertebrates, you also got your really cool arachnids. Something I missed having since I was a kid, and my dad used to have. Tarantulas, scorpions. He never had a scorpion. I did. Well, he never had a scorpion, according to my knowledge. And of course, one of my personal favorites, leopard geckos. Although I got my African fat tails, I still have a soft spot for these. This is one of the first things I've ever started with when I really got into reptiles. So to see these guys here is just really, really cool. And this is one of my favorite morphs. I love Diablos. They are one of the best as far as trippers goes. But again, my opinion, personal preference. And of course, your typical red tails. Check this out, guys. 3 little Diablo babies. Unsexed, unsure of the ages though, but still just as awesome, man. And at a price that, oh God, cannot refuse. Holy hell, man. What am I to do with that? Sorry, pardon the language. Oh yeah, that's right. We do have service animals, by the way, so do not touch people. They're here for a job. I've been hoping to see a Gila for a good long while. Is this a specific locale?
No.
If anything?
Are they beaded or Gilas?
Ooh, man. Gilas are just one of the more awesome animals.
They get about the same size.
No, they don't get near as big as bead. Full grown Gila would be about like that.
That's cool.
Then, of course, guys, your sulcatas and your redfoots. Cute when they're tiny, but do not underestimate their size.
It's not going to kill you. But
They
you're gonna
will
push
get
your
giants.
burns. There's nothing they
Unless
can
you've
do
got a
for it.
bigger
You just gotta
backyard,
suck it up.
then I would not recommend that for the first time person.
Well, I've been beaten by
Redfoots, on the other hand, manageable size. And of course, would be great in any small backyard. And of course, when looking into this, guys, be careful. They will be giants. Really, really awesome. Cute in the beginning.
Fuzzy mice. They like.
Before anybody asks, these are Greeks, guys. And you said these were Syria locale?
Yes.
Awesome. Yes, guys, not to be confused with Russians. Very, very distinct from what I have.
These are hermits.
And of course, little baby hermits. Guys, cannot forget your isopods, especially for your, as I mentioned before, for your bioactive enclosures. Now, I do got my powders, my porcelios, and my dairy cows, all of which are doing a really good job at the moment. Really, really awesome. But of course, you got different isopods for different types of bioactive setups. Some like it more humid, some like it more dry. Again, it just depends. And of course, you cannot go wrong with the ever adorable axolotls. It's like Toothless, but with no wings, and cannot breathe plasma fire. The albinos I've always been really partial to. One rule of thumb, guys, you got to keep these guys between 60 to 70 degrees. Those are very comfortable temperatures for them. One of the best ways is to keep them in a cooler environment. Maybe a fan over the top of the surface of the water so there's less evaporation. Speaking of enclosures, guys, check this out. This is something really useful, especially for me and my larger enclosures. But a lot of vertical and horizontal places to climb. With all these different types of driftwood, cork bark, and even cork browns, I can bury underneath for tunnels for my fat tails. Maybe more bedding for higher humidity. Dishes, wood chips, you name it. And of course, the food to go with it. All your reptile needs, guys. Ooh, wow. That is the biggest Tokai I have ever seen. Thick boy. Wow. What up, buddy? Oh, look at you. You're so cute. Oh, man. How do you not fall in love with these guys, man? They're just so friggin' awesome. And look, little magnet caves to go with it, too. Not with these guys. Maybe put on the ground. But for more arboreal places, animals like cresties, this is rather perfect. One of many things, actually. Of all the arachnids, guys, I've always been very partial to scorpions. They are just so awesome. Not since Shelob. And I've had her for a good few years. But your black deserts, Asian forests. And these are just spiderlings, guys. Cute. Not spiderlings. Just cute little babies. My goodness. Yes, there is some venomous stuff too. And of course your black widow. Looks like they captured Natasha Romanoff. Just kidding, guys. But look at this. Oh my goodness. So awesome. So awesome. Simple enclosures, guys. And of course, yes, these are displays. And if you're going to start off with the tarantula, guys, they do have, in addition to adults, there are spiderlings. Very, very cute little spiderlings. No, you cannot see some of them. They're there, trust me. Trust me on this, guys. Here we go. You cannot tell me that this is ugly, guys. This is freaking adorable. But maybe that's just me and a few other weirdos out there who love this stuff. But yes, I do see a bunch of geckos. And that does include the largest known extent, the Lychee. And these come in various morphs and localities, some of which are mixed. Like these adult Lychees, man. One of the coolest things ever. Oh my goodness, these guys are so awesome. Some gargoyles too. And mixes, guys. Some people like keeping certain localities to certain localities. Some like to cross for color, for size. Same what you would for any other pet in the industry. Something really, really awesome. Celtex Gex, nice. What do you think, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Glad you agree. Oh, before I forget, shout out to my friend Sweeney. She would love these. I think a Lychee would be one of her ultimate dream geckos. I know it's going to be one of mine one of these days. So, Marissa, this is for you. Moving on to geckos, ladies and germs. Pet only. Nice. I want to say, are most of these trempers?
Probably yes. They're my husband's, but I think most of them are.
Oh God, trempers have always been my favorite of the blood as far as the albinos go. But then again, there are some rainwaters. The only one I've had thus far would have been an atomic. Had possible typhoon. Still partial to what I'm partial to. But as far as starters goes, falls right up there with cresties. And I've got African fattails, and I've had a Christie at one point. Somebody once mentioned to me about cave geckos. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are. Little bitty cuties. They are starting to come ever more commonplace within the industry. And I think and for good reason. Look, almost superficial to a leopard gecko, but a little more different requirements. But these are just little bitty babies, guys. Let me know what you think. Another stem of plants, guys. Should I get more? I do need more. I mean, I've got a lot of room for that, especially for more climbing place. But I do need more chances for higher spikes in humidity for the pair that I have, which I think would be really beneficial for them, and it'll probably help them breed in much favorable climates. That did not make sense what I just said, but you know, I hope people know what I'm trying to say. I'm never good with words, but that's okay. Or trinkets and souvenirs, ladies and gentlemen. This is really awesome. Jars of specimens, skulls. Ooh, Winry. Sorry, folks, got distracted there. I prefer lawn fawn, but that's besides the point. Anyways, we'll set over there. There we go. Marble pythons, guys. Banana lister pestles. Very beautiful. Look at that little puppy dog face. And of course, Herps is here. Always got good stuff. Always, man.
Thank you.
Ooh, the female Amel I got for y'all listener, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, she's doing good?
Yes, really good. My strap girl.
Awesome.
She's loving the new girls that she's with, though. She's just hanging out with them and everything.
Sweet. Glad she worked out.
Oh yeah, she is, man. What would you recommend if I wanted to do a breed with her? Like, would it be this year or the next?
She's ready to go for sure. No, she's a couple years old. I don't know her exact hatch date because I didn't hatch her, but I know she's an adult. She actually was bred last year, not by me, but before I purchased her, she was bred.
Really?
Yeah, so she's good to go.
When do you usually? What are the breeding intervals you do? Like what months or what days you do?
With the fat tails, it's kind of funny because some fat tails I feel like ovulate twice a year.
Really?
Like every 6 months or so.
I feel like it's a little bit trickier than with leopards.
It's way trickier because you can't see them you can't see it on all of them. You can see through some of their abdomens, but not all of them. So what I do is I watch their appetites, and as soon as I see their appetite wane a little bit, then I know that they're ready. And you can also cool them, or you can also just bump them. You can just put them, and sometimes the male will actually kind of get her body stimulated to start ovulating.
So it's really good. So it's kind of more of a hit and miss.
Yeah.
With that one.
Yeah. But right now is kind of the beginning of their season.
Oh.
So
okay.
Right now I'm just starting to make my pairings for next year's season.
That might explain why I hadn't seen my male in a while. Like everything's right though, and he doesn't need as much though, so he might just be cooling himself down. So this may be the time to where I'd have to transfer him from his cage to the female's cage.
Go ahead and throw him in there now.
Throw him in there now?
Or you can put the female in the male's cage. I usually put my female in my male's cage.
Oh, okay. Like how long do you usually leave them there for? Like maybe like a week or two?
Yeah, about no more than a week.
No more than a week.
Yeah, I usually leave mine for about 3 days, maybe 5 days.
Sounds about right. I mean,
and then if I don't see eggs developing, I'll put them back in a week or two.
And there's 4 females in there though, so at least the harassment won't just be on one female, which is good.
Right.
Last thing I want to do is just exhaust my girls.
Yeah, no doubt.
Whew, I appreciate it though. Thanks, man.
Problem, dude.
And this is a simple setup though. Is this for crickets or for dubias?
No, that's for dubia. That's a whole dubia colony setup. This is a 39 count adults. These are your buffalo beetles. Water gel.
You don't do dermestids?
No, buffalo beetles are superior to domestics for 3 reasons. These don't get as big, so you can separate your baby dubia easier from them.
Yeah.
These don't fly like domestics do, and these aren't as aggressive as domestics. Domestics will actually keep your dubia colony in check.
Really?
They'll eat your babies as they're being born.
Oh.
These won't. These will only eat dead. So these are definitely a better cleanup crew.
No, that's good to know. Now, what do you recommend? Like, would a setup like this for crickets, as far as like breeding crickets?
Yeah.
Like, would it have to be like a, I guess like, you know, like bear dry, or would it have to be like more of a bioactive?
No, you want to leave it bare. And the way I do my cricket setup is I have some cups that I have them lay in.
Yep.
If you put a cup of dirt in there and there's no other substrate in there, they'll automatically go to that moist dirt and lay their eggs. They'll inject it in that dirt.
Really good information. Check us out, guys. Incubators can be made using things just as simple as a storage container like this. Little fan on top, on the bottom for water bottles to help control humidity. Really, really cool. Really, really cool, guys. This I would love to have. Vivarium Electronics have always been good to me. They have never failed me once. Guys, check it out. Huff's Herps. You can find them on Facebook. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. They are good when it comes to, like, you know, breeding quality pets. Trust me, I've got one of them.
That's so cool.
Mars in it for all you Axie lovers out there. Not just with the Axies themselves, but with the merch. Really, really cute stuff. Oh. What morph would this be?
This one here is a GFP Melanite. This one here is a GFP Wild. And then also a GFP Melanite.
Now, how do you explain the bioluminescence? Is that one just like, is it man-made, or is that just natural occurring?
Well, that back in the day when they were doing the experimentations, they were doing the rats as well as the axolotls, because axolotls, they can regenerate pretty much anything. Mm-hmm. So that's the bioluminescence of a jellyfish that they were using on some of these. So it became a recessive gene.
So like with the glowfish?
Kind of, but this is more... With the glowfish, those are injected, but these ones here, they'll have, you know, they pass it down to their babies.
Wow. You learn something new every day, guys. That is awesome. But thank you for the information, man.
She actually has one. Are you looking for anything in particular? Just
Yeah. You're local here, like
I'm in San Marcos, so like 30 minutes.
Oh, I'm in San Antonio. That's like an hour away. That works.
Yeah, for sure.
And you said you're starting your super giant. This is your first one. Yeah. That's perfect, man. Awesome. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mark.
Mark, I'm Chase.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Check it out, guys. Maybe I might get a super featured on my channel, man. That's gonna be awesome. Catch up on some reading, guys, for anything they may have. Ooh, look. Sand boas. You just want to boop them, don't you? I know I do. More. Guys, I promise you, just by the shot alone, it's like walking into a candy store. They're even candy colored too.
Yeah.
And each one of these little babies, I guess they more or less have like papers or pedigrees to them.
Exactly. I have a list, and they have all the genes that they have in them, and prices.
Like what parents go to what, and I guess what grandparents, and so on and so forth.
More like the genes, like what was bred together and what they can produce.
Really?
Yeah.
So see that, guys? You also get some native species too. Just in case you're wondering, yes, corn snakes are native here to the States, which I think is really awesome. And they come in different paint jobs too, just like ball pythons.
The dad for all these guys. Yeah, they just hatched.
I know I've seen something like this before, something similar to it, guys.
This is Oregon red spotted garter.
Ooh, yes.
That's a blue face. It's going to eventually turn blue.
Yep. Almost looks like a checkered garter too, and I've seen those a lot.
Yeah, except different colors.
Exactly, man. How do you not love this face, guys? Look at that face. That is one of the cutest things. Hear that, folks? You're seeing this here, folks. You ever wondered what a rattlesnake's rattle sounds like? Well, there you go. I'm pretty sure you've seen it on YouTube and on television. Well, now you're seeing it on the Tortugo channel. What a performance. And to my buddy Colin, I know they're not legal to have here in Texas, but this is the closest to a diamondback terrapin it'll get. And of course, your display animals. But guys, it's not over yet. There's still much more to go through. I mean, me by myself anyway, but that's okay. We're here to learn. We're here to educate ourselves. Get some ideas. This is reconnaissance time for me anyway. Cannot partic. I know I've got a couple people at work that are real retic lovers. Different morphs. And of course, cute little babies. Now, do y'all ever have y'all ever had the dwarves or super dwarfs? Really? Wow. Because I think there's somebody actually local in San Antonio that's breeding them currently.
Oh, okay, cool.
That one probably sounds like.
And it starts with a K. I'm trying to think of the name though, but I think that one will be the super dwarf. Yes. I believe he may have those. I believe he's doing that right now though, but it's on Facebook. I just can't think of the page right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Either way, I love what you got.
Thank you so much.
What do you feed these guys?
Frozen thaw wraps.
Frozen thaws. How often?
Every week.
Every week. And these guys are, I would imagine they're a sex temp.
I'm sorry?
And I would imagine these guys are sex temp.
Sex temp?
Yep. Like whether they're boy or girl.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Right, sex temp.
I've been seeing a lot of tigers lately. Now, this might be in my opinion though, but tigers might be a more common variety that I've seen as far as morphs go.
They're one of the original.
Okay, that explains it. Awesome. Well, with winter coming along, I do need some lights. And look at this. It's a breeding terrarium. That would come in handy, especially if I got breeding females and I want to make sure I keep track of the eggs. And then of course crickets. More crickets that I can get now because apparently it's very limited on what you can get at PetSmart. Either way. And I love Japanese quail. Good feeders, good egg layers. Love them. Miss having them, man. These are one of the best things I've ever had on my channel for Japanese quails. Do you ever have any Texas A&Ms by chance?
No, but I got some Timbuk rabbits at home.
Really? And I'm guessing, how old are these birds?
These are probably within 5 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks.
Well, already I see a couple of roos.
Oh yeah, they're old enough for sex, yeah.
Oh God, like this is what I mean. Like this is, I mean, what I started off with before I was ever considering getting chickens. Like, to me, I guess they're like guinea pigs of the poultry world.
Somewhat, yeah, they're really cool. I have breeding set up of these outside.
Yeah, I kept my birds outside all year though. Like for me, like raising chicks was like one of the best experiences. Like I just let them like free range in my little turtle pen, and they're just picking up, eating bugs and everything.
Oh yeah, right on.
Some of the best things though. I never thought I would see them here. That is so cool.
Yeah, I've never seen them here either. That's why I brought them.
I'm like, this is...
I'm sorry, I'm running late. I'm still setting up.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Oh God, this just further solidifies my want for quail again, guys. I miss having them so much. Oh my goodness, they're so adorable, and the eggs are so delicious, man. Look, they got chicks. Little quail chicks, actually. Oh my goodness. I had not held a chick in my hand in years. Wow. Cute little baby chicks. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Little baby quail chicks. I don't know about y'all, man, but those quails were like the highlight of my day so far, man. That was just so awesome. Oh, man. I really want to get some now. I wish I could. If I had built a hutch for them, I would. Maybe if I got some now, and nah, tempting as it is, I can't. Not yet. Not yet, anyways. Soon. How soon? Don't know. We'll wait and see. Back to where the rounds are. Perfect climbing space. And I really got to think about the well-being of the pets that I have right now. So, maybe a new tunneling system. Maybe some more climbing space for my my false chameleons. Guys, I may have to end this video pretty soon. This is the longest I've run so far, but I wanted to make this as a thank you to all 100 plus subscribers to the Tortugo channel. More like this to come, guys, in the following days, weeks, months, whatever, however I'm going to set this. I know the algorithm to YouTube is kind of crazy right now, but no worries. We're going to continue to excite and educate people on this channel like everyone else before me. So till then, guys, this is Mark signing off. Y'all take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.